Good morning and welcome to the Oasis Center for Spiritual Living, where we come together as one, providing spiritual tools for daily living. For those of you who don't know me, I am the senior minister here at the Oasis, and I have this really wonderful team that God has provided me. Let me start with the ones that I've known the longest. We'll start with my partner in crime, the wise and powerful Oz, who has been in my life since 1998. That's, wow, a long time. He was my first baby practitioner, meaning that he took all of his training with me. And then he was my board president for many, many years. And then he moved off to Florida, and we weren't live. We were in a facility, so we lost the ability to have him in our service. And then when the pandemic started, we got him back, and now he's in Wisconsin for the summer, which I don't blame him. Florida can get awfully hot in the summer. But we have him here. He's our practitioner of the day, which means he does our invocation and our benediction. And he is available at the end for our 1-minute miracle, which I'll talk about in a few minutes. So thank you for being here, Oz. It's lovely to have you with us. And then there is Tina, Albertina Giuffre. Tina has been a singer in our church since 2000 and has taken a little break, so we only call her in for our special services, all the holidays. She comes for all the holidays, and we love having her sing for us. She's also a practitioner in our church, and so it's lovely to have you here. Thank you for being here, sweetie. We love you.
Thank you.
And then my faithful assistant, Faith, who I've known since how long? When were you born?
2004.
Oh, okay. I can never remember that. I remember your birth date, but I never remember the year. Faith has actually been my assistant since the day she was born. She used to help her dad with the sound equipment. And then when she was old enough to crawl, she crawled right up on stage like she belonged there. So we stuck her up on the podium and had her do announcements with me. And I'll tell you, I think people actually paid more attention than you were up there. At least their focal point was on the podium anyway. And then afterwards, she would hand out affirmation cards with her sister as kind of an usher function. And she grew up about 6 blocks from my house. So when her dad would go on out of town tours, he would drop the girls at my house. So she grew up basically with me. And at 14 and a half said, I really want a real job. And so I hired her for my other business. And she's been with me ever since. She's been my assistant here and at the other office. And so we're really blessed to have you. She's also going to be singing today. We let her and Tina share the load because we always do a lot of music on the holidays. So thank you for being here, sweetie. We love you.
Thank you.
All right. We like to get some of this stuff out of the way, the announcements and that kind of thing out of the way first, because when you leave, I want you to leave with the ceremony of all of it, to leave in the space of the meditation and that kind of thing. So there's a watch party button if you would like to invite your friends to watch so they can see what kind of services we provide on Sundays. You can also chat amongst yourself. It's private, so you can't disturb anybody. And it's a great way for them to get their questions answered if they have any. So click on that watch party button and invite all your friends and give them the opportunity to see what we do on Memorial Day. All right. I'd like to close your eye. I'd like to invite you to close your eyes if that feels comfortable. Allow the service to uplift and inspire you as we move into our centering song.
The presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can feel the rush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can feel the rush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is in this place.
The presence of God everywhere and always, for God, as we understand it, is all there is. Through all eternity, through all space and time, single being that permeates the universe and creates it as it goes along. It's present within me, it's present within you, it's present in all we encounter and all that we ever will. I know that there's blessings possible because of this, and I know that the blessings start right here, right now. And I give thanks that this is so, and I let it be. And so it is.
Thank you, Oz, and so it is. All right. Now is the time that is our opportunity to receive your gifts, tithes, and offerings, and your opportunity to show your gratitude for that which you have received in the physical realm, or perhaps that which you have created in the mind of God and have not yet seen in the physical realm. And so I'm going to invite you in a minute to go to www.oasiscsl.org. And about 2/3 down the page is our offering affirmation, which I'll have you say with us. And then underneath that is the Contribute Now button. So let me say a little bit about contribution real quick, because we're not in a facility, so you're not paying for rent, you're not paying for utilities, you're not paying all the usual expenses that come along with a facility. What you are contributing to is our vision and our mission. Our vision is to heal the world. Our mission is to heal the world one person at a time. So, or actually, I should say our vision is a healed world, but our mission is to heal the world one person at a time. And when we say world, we mean world, like global. So we already have people that are from the UK and the Netherlands, otherwise England and Holland, and Germany, and because they're English-speaking countries anyway, or they speak English as their second language, and they use it a lot. But we would like to make sure that we are covering the entire globe. And to do that, we have to market. Unfortunately, marketing takes money. So what you're contributing to is our ability to reach out into the world and fulfill our vision and our mission. So just so you know that. All right. Please, if you are here or if you're looking at this later on, go with me now to www.oasiscsl.org and say this offering affirmation with me. This perfect gift is spirit and form, circulating and blessing all it touches. Freely I give and joyously I receive. And so it is. Click on that Contribute Now button and help us with our mission and our vision. Okay. All right. So let me do the announcements real quick here. We have this wonderful team of licensed practitioners from coast to coast that serve our ministry of prayer, what we call the God Squad. They are the healing arm of our church. And it is really important to get spiritual assistance, especially if you're in the beginning stages of your journey. So our practitioners will pray every day for a week on any request that we receive here. So if you would like prayer for something, put it in the comment section. If you don't want it to be public, you can reach out to Faith, DM Faith, and she will make sure that the God Squad gets that prayer request. And on top of that, they also serve by providing spiritual guidance by appointment for a fee. So what you do is you look on our website or go to Facebook, you look them up, reach out to them, let them know that you would like a session for spiritual guidance, and they will let you know how to pay for it. I don't get involved in that. Some of them use Venmo, some use Cash App, Wise, PayPal. It's their own business, so they determine what it is. They'll tell you how to pay for it, and then you can set an appointment, and they will reach out by video chat at the appointed time. But Oz is serving as our practitioner of the day, which means at the end, he's doing our 1 minute miracles. Not a time for counseling, but a time where you can share whatever condition you are experiencing, and he will stop, drop, and pray with you right then and there. And you reach out to him through video chat. If he doesn't answer right away, it means he's probably on the phone with someone else. So try a little bit later for that. All right. And let me see. Okay. Faith. Oh, wait. I guess I need to do. I'm so out of it this morning. I'm sorry. I apologize. I overslept today, so everything is all crazy for me. Okay. Brooks and Bailey has these wonderful mala bead necklaces and bracelets. They have all kinds of jewelry, actually, but I always like to announce their mala beads and necklaces because the Hindus and the Buddhists use it for their chants, and I think it's great to use for affirmations, and I'll show you here in a minute. But all the proceeds go to Rocky Mountain Lab Rescue. You can either reach them through Brooks and Bailey 0307 at Gmail, or they have a Facebook page. Usually if they're doing a booth at one of these events and they share it, I usually try to share it on my page so that we get more people in there. This is the amethyst mala bead necklace, and it's $60, but she has all kinds of mala bead gems, gemstones from $30 and up. And so, but what you do, like the Hindus and Buddhists do, is they take one bead at a time and they do their chants. And there's 108 on this necklace. There's 54 on the bracelet. So what I say is do your affirmations 100 times a day. So it's a perfect opportunity to use this necklace to be able to do that, or use the bracelet twice a day. So, all right, Miss Faith.
And please check out my metaphysical shop. The website no longer works. However, you still can order through Instagram and Facebook. We have intention jars as well as kits to make them yourself, and bath salts that also help focus on whatever you are currently working on bringing into your life. We also are now offering Zumba classes at 1 p.m. Mountain Time on Sundays. They are changing the Zumba software, so for this week and next week we will not have class, but once I figure out the software stuff, we'll be back and going.
Cool. All right. And then Angel Renee has an Etsy store with similar products. She has intention candles and an intention tea bag that you put in your bath. She's used all these herbs that help you to focus, so you can use those to focus on your intention. So check that out. Faith has got all that stuff in the comments, so you'll be able to find them easily. And then we like to support those who support us. We couldn't do this service without music, if it wasn't for two wonderful ladies. One of them is Reverend Fairy Lane Silver. Now, her music, when we do it, everybody loves her music, and then they go to buy it, and it's on a CD. You have to buy it by the CD. And for some reason, she is unable to update her website, and she's running around the country singing. So you have to reach out to her by email. You figure out which CD it is you want to purchase. Reach out to her by email. She always has them in the trunk of her car. You figure out how to pay her, and then she will send it out right away. She's so good at that. I've never had any kind of delay. So definitely check her out. She's got some really good stuff. The other one is Karen Drucker, who has gifted us with her entire collection of 20 CDs, karaoke files, songbooks. So we have the lyrics. She has all kinds of stuff, and you can buy hers by the song, or by the CD, or the karaoke file, or and you can pay for it right there on the website, which makes it a little bit easier. We do a lot of Karen Drucker's music on Sundays because she has so many good things that are like chants and things that work like memes. If you get them stuck in your head, they're really good. But anyway, check out her website, and please buy something from these two lovely ladies. Also, check out our website at oasiscsl.org. You were right. She's so good. She anticipates everything. We have video files for all of the sermons I've been doing over the last 3 years. And then we have audio files for all the years prior to this. And I have gotten that up to, current time. I'm still working on the website, but we do have those on YouTube. The video files are on YouTube, and the audio files are on SoundCloud. and you just find it under S. Tucker. But on our website, you can also see pictures of our spiritual family doing things like picnics in my ordination and Lynn's ordination and everything. So you can get a good look at what our spiritual family looks like. We are in the process of updating the website. I know it's out of date. We are working on that, I promise you. But it's still a good place to go for all kinds of stuff. So please check out our website. All right. Now, if you are here, please say hi, good morning, hello. When we're in a facility, I can look out and see the shining faces smiling back at me. With this software, I get a number. I don't even get a name. So I really would love it if you would say hi, hello, good morning, however you want to reach out and let us know you're here. If you're here visiting later, just say hi. Just let me know you stopped by. If you like something that you hear, whether that be something I say or Oz prays or Tina or Faith sings, by all means, use that thumbs up button to let us know you like it. If you love something, please send us hearts. We love to get love. And if something hits you as really powerful, use the wow button. That lets me know that I'm on track because your feedback is very important to me. It helps me when I design these services and the sermons to know that I'm on track with people. All right. All right. So today is Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. There's times when we humans can be quite forgetful. Don't you agree? Have you ever walked in a room and forgot what you went in there for? Sometimes those trips to the room can take 3 or more times before I actually return with what I was trying to get. And it's amazing how forgetful we can be. Did you ever get in the car and reach for the keys only to discover that you don't have them with you? I do that a lot. I do that more times than I'd like to admit. Or I'm looking for a box of Kleenex and it's sitting right in front of me. Or the other one is I put the glasses on my head and then I search the house looking for my glasses. I'm sure other people have done that. I have a friend who actually put her cell phone in the refrigerator and it took her forever to find it because she was like, where, what, and she opened the refrigerator for something else and found her cell phone in there. So I'm pretty sure it's not good for the cell phone, but whatever. Imagine not remembering your own phone number or your own address. Wouldn't that be scary? Einstein's secretary once got a phone call. Excuse me, can I speak to Dr. Einstein? Sorry, he's not here at the moment. Well, could you tell me where he lives? We aren't allowed to give out that information. As it turns out, it was Einstein calling because he couldn't remember where he lived. Isn't that a scary thought? Here's this brilliant, brilliant man, and he was so forgetful that he forgot his own address. It's really easy to forget people. The last convention that Dr. Fred attended a month before he died, he wasn't going to go. We were going to Seattle, and he really wasn't into going to Seattle in February. It's going to be rainy and cold and blah, 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 blah. And Dr. Kathy and I just kept at him until he finally said, okay, fine, I'll go. Not that we're trying to control him or anything, but I'm really glad we did do that. Because as I said, that was the last opportunity I had to be with him in the last convention he ever attended, because a month later he was gone. And he was the minister of Mile High Church, the church on 6th and Garrison that looks like a spaceship, or some people call it a spider. He was the minister there for like 40 years. And before that, he was a Lutheran minister for 40 years. But he also served as the president of our organization. And in 1994, we did this big celebration called Renaissance 1994 as a fundraiser to build a new sanctuary. And that sanctuary housed I think it was 1,000 people at a time, and they do 3 services. So it was like 3,000 people, where the old sanctuary, we were able to get, I think it was like 100 or maybe 200 or 300 people in. So it was really nice to have that change, to be able to grow the church. And Dr. Fred was alive for that. So I'm really happy that, he was alive for that process. Anyway, but because it is so easy to forget people, it's important that we cherish the time that we have with them. My sister passed away this past February, and I cherish the moments that we had together. I cherish the trip that I took with her for my birthday in December. I cherish the fact that the weekend before she passed away, we went and got pedicures and had lunch together, because now I have those memories to keep with me. So let me just introduce Faith singing I Will Remember You.
I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. Weep not for memory. For the good times we had, let them slip away from me until things got bad. Clearly I saw you smiling in the sun. Wanna feel your warmth upon me. I wanna be the one. I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. And weep not for the memory. I am so tired, but I can't sleep. Standing on the edge of something much too deep. It's funny how we feel so much, yet we can't say a word. We're all screaming inside, but we can't be heard. And I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. Weep not for the memory. I'm so afraid to love you, but more afraid to lose. Lean into a past that doesn't let me choose. Once there was a darkness deep in this night. You gave me everything, oh, you gave me life. And I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. Weep not for the memory. And I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. Weep not for the memory. Weep not for the memory. Okay.
had a minute there where I wasn't sure if you were done or not.
Hey, I had a minute there. I wasn't sure either.
You know,
I repeat that last line. Whoops.
I know. It's tricky doing this stuff from home because, you know, sometimes internet goes in and out and you're like, oh, was that really it or no? So thank you so much, Faith. That was by Sarah McLaughlin. Good thing we really appreciate everybody, whether we have challenges or not. Oh, goodness. We not only have to remember those that have gone before, but also people who are alive today. I mean, we take flowers to the grave and, you know, we light candles in memory of people. But oftentimes we forget people while they're still here. And it's so easy to let those friendships slide and go by the wayside. And so I want us to also think about, you know, giving flower. I love flowers. Like I always make sure we have fresh flowers back there because I love flowers. And it's important for us to do that for each other now. Like give flowers to each other, take each other out to lunch, do things nice for other people and remember them now because we don't know when somebody's gonna go. My sister was a huge surprise. There was this woman at a commuter train station that the policeman noticed, and she was all bowed over the steering wheel, and it was obvious that she was pretty upset. So he goes over and he's like, "Is there anything wrong?" And she's half laughing and half crying. And she said, "For 10 years, I've been driving my husband to the station every morning to catch this train, and this morning I forgot him." She got all the way to the train station and realized that she had forgot to bring her husband with her. I mean, I can't imagine forgetting Lynn to go for one of his appointments, but I just think it's funny. Like, you know, if you can actually forget somebody at home, that's amazing. But I think we forget each other very rapidly. We get busy in our own lives and we forget that there are other people on the planet that, you know, we connect with. So on this Memorial Day weekend, we need to think about the people that God put us here to remember. We need to think of them in two ways. Those that have passed on by that, you know, we honor by lighting a candle, and those that are still with us. We're here to love all people and all things. And there are some times when we love more intensely, or there's sometimes that we need more love from others, or sometimes others need more love from us than we're willing to give. And it's all right to do that. It's all right to honor that. But we need to remember that people do need our love, and it's okay to show that at all times. When someone's hurting, you love them even more because you want to go and fix it and make it all better. And I want us to remember that loving people that way, whether they are hurting or not, is what we were put on this earth to do. Not to fix people. Let me be clear about that. But just to be there, to hold someone's hand through whatever they're going through. Because we're vessels through which God's love flows. I like to think of it as this funnel that, you know, comes in through our head. Not that I believe God's out there, please. I believe God's all around us and in and through us. But I kind of, this visual that I like is this funnel from the Buddhist tradition where love flows in like this. And then there's a funnel that comes out from my heart to greet other people. And I think that's what our function is here on the earth, is to reveal more of God's love to each other. And so while we are remembering that these people are still living, it's a good opportunity to remember that that's what we are. We are vehicles for God's love, vehicles through which God's love comes. And when people need love, they need to be remembered. And there's this little poem I want to share with you. It's called Something Good About You. Wouldn't this world be better if folks we met would say something good about you and treat us just that way? Wouldn't it be fine and dandy if each hand clasped warm and true with this assurance, I know something good about you? Wouldn't life be much more happy if the good that's in us all were the only thing about us that folks bothered to recall? Wouldn't life be lots more happy if we praise the good we see? For there's an awful lot of goodness in this world in you and me. There's an awful lot of goodness in the worst in you and me. Wouldn't it be nice to practice that way of thinking too? You know something good about me, and I know something good about you. There is something good in all of us. And I like to, one of the things I like about religious science is that we look for the good and praise it. Dr. Marjorie Staum, one of my mentor ministers, used to have these little affirmation cards, look for the good and praise it. And I had them all over the place. I had them on my mirror. I had them in my car. I had them in my bedroom. I had them everywhere because her whole philosophy was look for the good and praise it. And she practiced what she preached. We were roommates in Mexico, Puerto Vallarta, one year. And she would, I'd be sound asleep. You know, I was a late riser back in those days. And she'd wake up in the morning and she'd say, "Hola, Tucker." And I'd pull the cover down over one eye and go, "Hola, Marjorie," and put the cover back up over my eye. And she'd swing her feet over the side of the bed and she'd say, "Praise God. This is the day that God has made." So she lived that philosophy. And every time I ever saw her, she would say, "Praise God." She just always was praising God. And because of that, I really think about that a lot. I think about look for the good and praise it. And, you know, we did affirmation cards at some point for everybody when we were in a facility. It's a little harder to do that now because, I mean, we can send you an email or a message with it and you can download it and make your own cards, but it's a little hard for us to distribute those cards. So here's a little story entitled Dad's Glimpse of Heaven, written by Edna Hirschberger. And she said it was his last words that left us something to look forward to. At 4 a.m., the nurse woke Dad to give him a breathing treatment. "Mr. Hirsch, do you know where you are?" "Goshen Hospital." He answered politely and closed his eyes again. She wrapped the blood pressure cuff around his arm. "Mr. Hirsch, who's the President of the United States?" Dad looked at me with an expression that said, "Do I have to answer these silly questions in the middle of the night?" She raised her voice. "Mr. Hirsch, who is the President of the United States?" "Do we have one?" he asked her. "Good," answered Dad, I teased. The nurse laughed loudly, gave him a mock punch on the shoulder, put an oxygen mask over his face, and turned on the noisy machine. "I guess you're awake and alert." I know, they always wake you up in the middle of the night. "I guess you're awake and alert." That's how long the doctor said Dad might live, a week or two, and we wanted to make the most of every minute. I was glad to sit with my father-in-law during the night while my husband Dwight slept on a sofa in the visitor's lounge down the hall. Sweet memories. I brushed the damp hair from his forehead. Oh, hello. Oh, boy. Sorry about that. Here we go. I found it. I brushed the damp hair from his forehead. "I wonder how it feels to know that you'll soon see God." "It feels good," Dad said without hesitating. "It's such a mystery. Tell us what you feel and see and hear to help us understand what you're experiencing." "I'll try," he said. I don't know why my computer is doing this morning, but okay. "I'll try," he promised. "Are you scared?" "No," he said. "I feel at peace. I've been wishing to go to heaven all day." That was Tuesday night. In 4 days, Dad would be transferred to the nursing center where he hoped he'd never have to go. I thought about Dad falling asleep and not waking up. There were some things I wanted to tell him. "Hey, Dad, soon after Dwight and I started dating, he told me that you said what you said about me. You told him he had picked a good one. You told him I was a peach. No one ever called me a peach before, and I've loved you ever since." He squeezed my hand and closed his eyes. "I'd better be quiet and let you sleep," I apologized. "No," he said quickly. "I want you to keep talking. I just can't keep my eyes open." Suddenly, Dad jumped as though startled by something. I sat up, held both of his hands in mine, and put my face close to his. "Is something wrong, Dad?" His eyes were open, but he didn't seem to see me. "I'm leaving," I thought I heard him say in a weak voice. "Did you say I'm leaving?" I asked quickly. "I'm leaving," he repeated more distinctly. He surely couldn't mean dying, not yet. I tried to think of some appropriate last words to say, in case this really was the end, but my mind went blank. I started to say, "I love you," but he interrupted me. with one word. It sounded like cold. I said, "Oh, you're cold." I tried to reach for a blanket, but he wouldn't let go of my hand. He tensed and quickly spelled it for me with emphasis on the G sound. Gold, G-O-L-D. Gold, G-O-L-D, and silver, G-O-L. I was shivering. My heart was pounding. I leaned my head against the cold metal bed rail. "Lord, please carry him gently," I prayed. "We love you, Dad," I kept repeating as he took 4 long shuddering breaths and then was still. His hand went limp. I should call the nurse, I thought, but I couldn't move. I sat there in the darkness holding Dad's badly bruised hands with intravenous fluids still running in them. My forehead seemed fused to the bed rail. Tears ran down my cheeks. 6 inches from my face, something supernatural occurred. Something far greater than my mind could absorb. I knew God was in the room, but I couldn't see him or feel him. I longed to be able to see what Dad had seen. I gently laid Dad's hands on the bed and walked out to the nurse's desk. I dried my cheeks and blew my nose. "Excuse me," I said, "my father-in-law is gone." She jumped out of her chair. "What do you mean gone?" "He died," I said with a sob. "That can't be," she stammered. "He was just joking with me a few minutes ago." She grabbed her stethoscope and rushed into his room, turning on the lights and calling his name. I walked down the hall to tell my husband that his father had just gone to heaven, and there really was gold there. For some people, Memorial Day is about picnics and barbecues and boating on the lake, and it means food and family and fun. But most of all, it is a time of remembering those that have touched our lives, whether they've gone on before or are still with us. It's a time for remembering. So that's what we're doing today. We're remembering. We all need to remember people in some form or another. Someone once said, "Say goodbye to me, but not to the thought of me." Remember your loved ones that have gone before you, and remember and appreciate them. Remember and rejoice in their good. Remember and praise them. Praise God for them. And it doesn't have to be a human, because animals are people too, in my opinion. I mean, they're not people, but they're beings just like people are. And so if you have someone in your life who has died and you would like to honor them, we will give you an opportunity in a minute to put their name in the comments, and I will speak their name into the room while I light a candle for them. Oh, goodness. That one got me good this year. So the categories we're working with are mothers, fathers, children, other family members, animal companions, people who have died of COVID-19, and soldiers. So Tina, I'm going to let you take it now as she sings "I'll Light a Candle." I light a candle. I light a candle in your memory. No, I don't know who you are. When I think about your family, I will wish upon a star. And I'll pray that they'll find peace someday. And I'll pray they make it too. I light a candle in your memory to honor you. I light a candle for America. May we feel peace inside. We'll hold each other closer and wipe the tears we cry. And I pray we'll bond together, and I'll pray that we'll pull through. I light a candle for America, for me and for you. And we will light the world with our love.
know that we will light the world with our love, with our love. Light a candle for humanity, for the good that's yet to come. As we overlook our differences and join now as one. And I pray we'll come out stronger in this world I'm dreaming of. I light a candle for humanity to be a world living in love. And we will light the world with our love. We will light the world with our love. I know that we can. I know that we will light. We will light the world with our love. With our love, we will light. We will light the world with our love. I light a candle for humanity, for the good that's yet to come. As we overlook our differences and join now as one. And I'll pray we'll come out stronger in this world I'm dreaming of. I light a candle for humanity to be a world living in love. I light a candle. I light a candle. I light a candle.
Okay, you may have noticed that as she was singing, I light a candle for America, I light a candle for humanity, all the different verses of that I've lit the candle. I also want to acknowledge my sister Joey, Dr. Fred, Dr. Marjorie, Dr. Kathy, Dr. Marlene. And Oz wants to remember his dad. I believe his name was Robert also, and his sister Carol. And so it's important that we realize that we are actually recognizing these people. There's Sean and Terry Lynn from Faith also. Sean was Terry Lynn's cousin and was Faith's cousin, and Terry Lynn was her mother. And Rex was her grandfather, and Doug was her beloved son, Doug. He was a Rottweiler. So it's good that we are remembering these people. I'd also like to remember Shirley for Cindy. I don't remember all the names of everybody. I remember your aunt, but I don't remember what her name is. And your sister. For some reason, her name is slipping my mind. But I want to remember all of those people as we have lit these candles for these people and for humanity and for America and for the world. So today on Memorial Day, we have honored these people for all of the things that they have given to us in our lives. And when we're doing that, we're acknowledging, no, don't take her out yet. When we're lighting these candles, we're acknowledging God's light in the world. And I think that's a really important thing to do on this Memorial Day weekend, because I know that it sometimes feels as if we can't go on. And when there's been a death in the family in particular, that we feel like our heart will never recover. And I want to say that life goes on and that we can go on. And God's love is evidence of that. Tina?
Lay it down, set it free. Let my heart rest and let it be. Lay it down, set it free. Lay it down on the altar of love. Was walking through the season, dark and lonely change. The world was on my shoulders, and my faith was rearranged. I knew I'd never be given more than I could bear, but Spirit reassured me there was an answer to my prayer. Lay it down, set it free. Let my heart rest and let it be. Lay it down, set it free. Lay it down on the altar of love. So every single moment I am left with the choice to stay in separation or listen to the voice that beckons me to open and be grateful for every day. Simply reminds me that can be another way. So lay it down, set it free. Let my heart rest and let it be. Lay it all down, set it free, and lay it down on the altar of love. Love is all there is, and love will lead the way. Lay it down, set it free, and let my heart rest and let it be. Lay it down, set it free, and let it down on the altar of love. If I lay it down, oh, set it free, let it part rest and let it be. Lay it down, and lay it down on the altar of love. Lay it down on the altar of love. Lay it down on the altar of love.
Thank you very much, Tina. That was from Karen Drucker. Lay it down on the altar of love. Thank you so much. That was beautiful.
I hope you could hear the choir too.
Not really, but that's okay. As long as we can hear you, that's all we care about. Maybe on Facebook they'll be able to play it back and hear it.
Right.
But
I put another mic on it, but because it wasn't enough. So we now know.
like I said, it could be, it might be imperfect, but you know, we love
Yeah.
the love. So thank you very much. Okay, Miss Faith, you're up, and this one will get me every time. It got me at my sister's memorial. So here we go. Because you loved me.
No. Stop. No. Sit. Take it. For all those times you stood by me, for all the truth that you made me see, for all the joy you brought to my life, for all the wrongs that you made right, for every dream that made it come true, for all the love I found in you. I'll be forever thankful, baby. You're the one who held me up, never let me fall. You're the one who saw me through it all. You were my strength when I was weak. You were my voice when I couldn't speak. You were my eyes when I couldn't see. You saw the best there was in me. You lifted me up when I couldn't reach. You gave me life because you believed. I am everything I am because you loved me. Gave me wings and you made me fly. You touched my hand, I could touch the sky. I lost my faith and you gave it back. You said no star was out of reach. You stood by me and I stood tall. I had your love, I had it all. I'm grateful for every day with you. Maybe I don't know that much, but I know this much is true. I was blessed because I was loved by you. You were my strength when I was weak. You were my voice when I couldn't speak. You were my eyes when I couldn't see. You saw the best there was in me. You lifted me up when I couldn't reach. You gave me faith because you believed. I am everything I am because you love me. You were always there for me, the tender when they carry me. Light in the dark, shine your love into my life. You've been my inspiration through the lies you weren't the truth. My world is a better place because of you. You were my strength when I was weak. You were my voice when I couldn't speak. You were my eyes when I couldn't see. You saw the best there was in me. You lifted me up when I couldn't reach. You gave me faith because you believe. I am everything I am because you love me. You were my strength when I was weak. You were my voice when I couldn't speak. You were my eyes when I couldn't see. You saw the best there was in you loved me. I am everything I am. 'Cause you loved me.
I don't know. She froze up again. I don't know. I hope you can hear us.
Nope, I'm here.
Okay. God, you made it through it. I wasn't sure you would be able to.
We got through it. We did it.
We did it. Awesome.
We did it.
Thank you so much, Faith. That was wonderful. All right. So don't forget to join us every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Next week, I'm not sure what I'm talking about yet, but I'm sure it'll be good. 10:30 a.m. Mountain Time is when we'll see you. And so we're just going to let Oz pray us out, and then we'll say goodbye.
And I know right here and right now that God's presence is in us, among us, as us, and lives through us. It manifests itself as all we encounter and all we experience. And I know that blessings flow now and through the week. I give thanks that this is so, and I let it be, and so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, everybody, for being here, especially those that are at home watching. I know there's 1,000 things you could be doing on a Sunday morning. We're really blessed that you were here with us. We'll see you next week and every week at 10:30 a.m. Mountain Time. Bye. We love you.
Bye-bye.